I welcome your statement on the bike shed. And I understood from discussions at our business meeting that a party leader asked here for another bike shed to be built in the front yard of Vincent House. Maybe we could get clarity on that. Taoiseach, the situation with Irish Water is just untenable. This was an outfit set up by Minister Hogan and your government. I have situations all over Tipperary, but especially in Ballinareagh and Kilsheelan, in Killavin in Emily, where they have no water for 6 weeks. A 90-year-old man in Kilsheelan drawing water with churns and barrels to cattle. I mean, it's primitive, it's disgraceful, and we can't get meetings with senior management, we can't get engagement. I do thank Canon Ferris for engaging with me, but we can't get meeting with engineers. Tinkering around with problems, don't have information, won't meet the people, or won't engage with people who know the knowledge, their workers included. It's an untenable situation, and we need an urgent debate in this House about the inability of Irish Water to provide water to people and farms. And indeed, the town of Clonmel is an appalling situation. It's in a hollow, should never be without water, but it's experiencing ongoing problems with water all the time.
So people have raised a number of issues here, which of course we're happy to consider how best to facilitate these issues through the Business Committee. In relation to the issue regarding the use of Irish airspace, I mean, to be clear, under Irish law, the air navigation carriage of munitions of war, weapons and dangerous goods orders 1973 and 1989, it is expressly prohibited for civil aircraft to carry munitions of war in Irish sovereign territory without being granted an exemption to do so by the Minister for Transport. In 2023 and to date in 2024, no applications have been received or exemptions granted for the carriage of munitions of war on civil aircraft to a point in Israel. In considering any application for such an exemption in respect to munitions of war, the Department of Transport will consult with the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Department of Justice on applications to determine if there are foreign policy or security considerations. And this is a robust process, and as the Minister for Transport has said, no exemptions were requested, and he is engaging with the company, and I will ask him to update the House when he has information. But the position of government, the position of the people of Ireland is very clear in relation to wanting an immediate ceasefire, the bloodshed and the humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza to end. In relation to Deputy Batchik, and look, I think they're two very fair questions. Being very honest, I don't have a specific answer in terms of the timing, in terms of the Commission of Investigation, and that's not that we don't wish to move on this. We do with absolute vigour, but we want to get it right. And government has, I think quite rightly, empowered Minister Foley to take that time to engage with the survivors. And let's try and get this process right, because I do believe the next step is really important. If we get the process wrong, I think we will have failed. We will have failed survivors, so we need to try and get that right. In relation to Shine, I mean, a vile paedophile who has destroyed the lives of many people in this country, be clear in relation to that. My colleague, the Minister for Health, is in consultation with the Attorney General in relation to the publication of the report, and we're happy to keep the House updated in relation to that and potential next steps. Deputy O'Callaghan, the Central Bank of Ireland does very important work. I respect its forecasts. Lots of people provide forecasts, but we have beaten their forecasts over the last 2 years. Just to be very clear, we're consistently beating their forecasts. In fact, in their Q3 bulletin last year, they forecast 30,000. We delivered 32,695. In their Q3 forecast the year before, they predicted 23,500. We delivered 29,851. We're getting well used to beating forecasts. We'll beat it this year as well. And the Department of Housing and the Minister for Housing tell me we are on track to deliver up to 40,000 homes. That is what we want to get to this year. In relation to housing, and I respect there's consistent calls for a debate on the Housing Commission report and the likes. Government's happy to facilitate that, but we need to do that through the Business Committee. Through the Business Committee. Well, welcome back, lads. It's your first day back, so we'll facilitate it. Not one of you thought this at the Business Committee. So for those watching the theatrics at home, none of you dissented to the order of business. And you come in here and you go, why are we not having a debate on housing? Because you didn't raise it. So please do that. Please do that next week, and we'll endeavour to facilitate you. But come on now, come on. We'll call a vote and you'll be upset about the business, but none of you bothered dissenting at the meeting. Like, let's have a little bit of fairness and give and take here. And Deputy McGrath, your commitment to investment in water services is something we share. Government is very keen that we want to do more in relation to water. I think Irish Water as a vehicle is delivering, but I do think investing more in its ability to deliver is something we want to look at. We've made clear our views around the potential to do that through a variety of once-off resources that may be available to the country.